I'm your host, Williams, welcome to 23. You're joining me for Heist, Monaco, Chapter 11. Hit me as hard as you can. So let me get this straight. Ansel hired Triton as his new security force? What exactly is Triton, and why do you all look so worried? They're a notoriously dangerous private security group, known for hiring mercenaries who stoop to any level to get the job done. And from what I know of these guys, they're not afraid of dirty work. If anything, they prefer the dirty work. The run-in last night just proves that they're on the lookout for us. Ansel must have them patrolling the streets. From what I saw, they're a hell of a lot more thuggish than what you'd expect to see at a royal wedding. Though, I suppose, if you want no questions asked, big and dumb will do the trick. Thanks to Tilly, we made ourselves scarce before they had the chance to throw more than a few punches. I don't think we were followed. I'm just glad I got everyone out of there quickly. Those Triton guys were roaring for a fight. And I'm guessing this means the security for the royal wedding won't be a picnic. We'll need to infiltrate Triton. Anyone with a membership badge will have full access to the palace. Normally, I'd volunteer to talk my way into the ranks. But in this case, I may lack some of the essentials for the blending in, such as muscle mass and the willingness to punch people. This is a job for someone else, Lena. Do you think they would recruit you? Last I checked, their recruitment policy is based on how hard you can hit things, and not much else. So, with my skill set, yeah, safe to say I'd get the job. Good. We'll have Samara make you a false identity so you can get the Triton badge. That will get you on the inside for the royal wedding. There's just one problem. Triton keeps their recruitment process under lock and key. You want to get hired? You gotta know the right people to even learn where to show up. They change meeting locations every time. You know who will be privy to that info, right? Blonde hair, pretentious face, Weasley smile. Oh, that'd be the one. You need any help taking him down, I volunteer. Been a while since I've destroyed a life. I was thinking more of a standard tale first. Oh my god, I'm hovering. You had your own plans and I invited myself. I've become that mom. What? No, you're, great, Samara. Soon I'm gonna be embarrassing parents who chaperone at every dance. Look, those brats would be lucky to have the Blackbird watching their dumb dances. Really? That's so sweet of you to say, Samira. We will need your help, Samira. We'll need to learn Ansel's schedule. Lena and I will tail him tonight when he gets to meet with the Triton reps. See if we can learn where recruitment will be. I just have one thing I need to get ready first. Why does your smile scare me more than your frown? That is a scary smile. Lena just gives you a wolfish grin before grabbing a beer from the table, downing it, and leaving the room. Yep, that woman is definitely up to something. Let's just hope that she's planning to fill me in on it before we go. My life, help. That evening, Lena hands you a small piece of paper. A business card? Who's Richard Legrand? Famous security expert and Ansel's rival in the industry. I'm guessing he didn't just hand you his business card. I forged it. Picked up a trick or two from Ansel while we were dating. I've been working on this card for weeks, making it perfect. I have an idea to mess with Ansel's head. Rattle him a little. I know for a fact that Ansel's jealous, insecure worm. Think how he'd feel if his latest right-hand woman seemed to be scoping out the competition. I'm not above a little mind game. I'm on board. Thought you might be. About Ansel. Why did you like him back then? He made me feel seen. We were both outcasts. He told me he'd never fit in with the crews he used to work with. When I met him, he was more alone than ever, despite the fame. And I was, well, you know about my past with the military? Sure, former Marine Corps, right? It wasn't a walk in the park, especially as a woman. If I had a buck for every time my strength was questioned. I could only imagine, but knowing you, you must have run laps around any man in the service. Keeping up with them wasn't enough. I had to be better. I had to be tough. That's what led me to where I am now. If I see someone being looked down upon, made to feel small so that they can be manipulated, well, if I have to knock a few skulls together to teach them a lesson, that's fine by me. Speaking of which, let's get going. Ansel will be on the move by now. You and Lena trail behind two familiar figures, keeping to the shadows and staying a safe distance apart. And with Triton on our payroll, you'd have to be a total idiot to try anything at the wedding. I still don't feel good about this move. Hiring mercenaries to bulk up our security? The reputation alone is concerning. Alright, I'll plant the card and the mic on Sonya, but I'll need some cover. Think you can get a crowd out onto the streets? Public distraction is one of my middle names. What's the other? Rosita. Lena disappears into a nearby shop. Seconds later, you hear shouts ring out as several people run outside. Ansel and Sonya get caught in the commotion, bustled by the fleeing shoppers. You slip into the crowd, bumping against Sonya. Hey! She turns towards you, but you've already darted out of sight. You rejoin Lena near the shop. It's done. She didn't notice a thing. You pull out an earpiece, listening on the mic. You plant it in the pocket of Sonya's jacket as she and Ansel step into a cafe. Through the windows, you see them sit down with a heavily tattooed man. Before I sign anything, I gotta ask, what's a guy with his own security force want with Triton? Oh, my guards are very highly trained, but I need some additional security, and Triton has a reputation for going all out. You got that right. We recruit tomorrow at noon at the back alley boxing gym on Avenue Moulin. Only the toughest guy gets hired. Good. I don't care who they are as long as they can fight. Here's the paperwork for you to sign. There are 2 copies of the contract, and a small, innocuous-looking business card falls out on the floor as she pulls the papers out of her bag. Go away. What's this? Why do you have a... Richard Legrand? What? But that's not mine. I've never seen that before. You think I'm gonna believe that? When you've so clearly been going behind my back? Ansel, I've done nothing of the sort. Calm down. Do you think he's a better expert than me? Is it because he's richer than me? Smarter than me? Is he better looking than me? What? You're being ridiculous. We're switching you to decaf, sir. As the two continue to bicker, the tattoo man sips his coffee uncomfortably. That'll keep Ansel good and distracted for a while. Possibly keep him awake at night, too. Unless he's at a warm milk. Then our work here is done. As the time for the Triton meetup gets closer, you check in with Lena before the job. John, you should know, we don't know what we're getting ourselves into here. We're heading into the hornet's nest of mercenaries who literally rough people up for living. It's likely a fight will break out. That's why I'm coming with you. You'll need someone to watch your back, and I want to know exactly what we're up against with Triton. We're up against nothing good, that's for sure. If you want, I can teach you some moves in case all hell breaks loose. Are you offering to give me a fighting lesson? I've got a couple of moves in mind. Think you're up for it? Unlock the scene to boost Lena's trust and learn a signature fighting move that will come in handy during rough situations. Is that all we're doing? I mean, slip that leather jacket off, and I mean, what? That's fine. I'll watch both our backs. You did hire me to keep you safe, after all. Later, you and Lena make your way through Monaco's winding streets. I just wanted to get down and dirty. Jeez. So thanks to Ansel, we know what Triton is having a recruitment meeting at the back alley boxing gym of Avenue Milan. So, as far as I know, all we need to do is show up and take it from there. And hope that nothing goes horribly wrong. But if it does, I'm ready for it. Walk into the boxing gym together and see that a fight ring has been set up in the middle of the floor. The crowd looks tough, knives on full display under jackets and tucked into belts. Well, judging by the way everyone's eyeballing each other, I'd say we're not the only ones here ready for trouble. And make it double! Somehow I don't think I needed to bring my resume to this interview. Everyone listen up. You want to join Triton? Prove you've got no fear and no weakness? A booming voice echoes through the room, and the crowd falls silent as a man steps up into the ring. My name's Dawes. Don't forget my face, 'cause it might be the last you ever see. Triton's been hired as additional security for the royal wedding, and our client made it clear he only wants the baddest of the bad for the job. We're talking nerves of steel here, and I'll be personally vetting any of you who think you've got what it takes. Raise eyebrows at Lena. Noting how the energy in the room has shifted, several people move back towards the door, shaking their heads. The task? One-on-one combat. The rules? None. If you still want to audition, step forward into the ring. That's my cue. Be fine one-on-one, but if anyone tries to jump me, watch my back. Non, Lena steps towards the ring with about 10 other people. Everyone else stays on the sidelines. Who's first? I'm warning you, you might not leave the ring able to walk. Is that a fact? Arrgh. Lena climbs into the ring, facing off against Dawes. He sneers. Ha ha ha, you gotta be kidding me, you. I'm gonna break your face in. Dawes lunges at Lena with full force shoulder slam to the gut. You wince, shoving your way closer to the ring as the crowd around you cheers and shouts, tips to the fighters. Yeah, how you like me Ugh! The breath is cut off as Lena jabs an elbow into his throat. I'm getting tired of your talk. Maybe that'll shut you up. Lena and Dawes circle each other, fists raised, the crowd pushes closer to the ring. I should focus on the crowd. Scan the nearby crowd for signs of any sudden movement, and sure enough, a man near the front reaches up to grab Lena. I don't think so. Grab the man by the back of his jacket and wrench him back, shoving him deep into the crowd. Thanks for watching my back, John. Seething with rage as Lena holds her own, Dawes pulls brass knuckles out of his pocket and delivers a heavy blow to Lena's jaw. Lena staggers to her knees, spitting blood out of her mouth. Maybe you'll remember this next time you want to tussle with a real man. Oh, let me know when a real man shows up. The crowd laughs uproariously, but you notice a gleam in Lena's eye. And sure enough, when Dawes has his back turned, she swipes his leg out from under him with a powerful kick. Funny, I don't see a real man. She kneels on his chest, slamming his head into the floor with a thud. Give up! Dawes stares in the crowd, making a sharp gesture with his hand, and one of the onlookers starts to climb into the ring, knife in hand, as he closes in on Lena. Go for the knife. Lunge of the man, closing your hand over his as you wrestle the knife out of his grip. Nice try, but I'll be taking this. Drop the knife on the floor, giving a savage kick that sends it skidding out of reach into the corner of the room. Thanks, John. Let's keep this one-on-one. As you're stepping over Dawes, while he moans in pain, Lena steps over the rope to join you. I think you broke every bone in my body. Don't be so dramatic. Take an ice bath and you'll be fine. Another recruiter raises a loudspeaker to his mouth, shouting to be heard over the roars of the crowd. We have a clear winner. You'll find your Triton uniform and security badge in the locker. Guess I'm in. You were amazing up there. Your help didn't hurt. Let's go get Triton gear. See, I didn't need any marvelous move.
Basically God, but I'm still here.
Do you really believe I'm hyped that much?
I am the hype.
I am the hype. You and Lena find the lockers in a small back room when you try to follow Lena inside. Triton member blocks your path. He's with me. Let him pass or I'll give you the same treatment I give your friend Dawes back there. The man hesitates, sizing Lena up, and then grunts and steps aside. Lena changes into Triton uniform, tugging uncomfortably at the fabric. Not my usual style, but I guess I'll do the trick. With this, you'll have no trouble getting inside for the royal wedding. Long as I can keep up the charade, I think I already made an enemy. Dawes wanted to use me as a lesson for the others to prove how tough he is. He didn't expect me to actually win. Well, then you're a woman, so of course he didn't. Just then you hear a commotion outside of the door. Sounds like trouble. We'd better get out of here before... BAM! The door flies off its hinges to reveal a familiar face. Think you can humiliate me in front of everyone? You seem to be having trouble catching your breath. Sure I didn't bruise a rib? Ugh, do more than bruise you. I'd love to see you try. Dawes points a knife at you and Lena, and you take a step back. Fight's over. We're not looking for trouble. Oh, trouble's looking for you. He lunges for you, and a group of angry men rush through the door at his heels. John, we're outnumbered. Be careful. Dawes swings his knife at you, wincing at the pain in his ribs, and you jump out of reach. Next to you, Lena knocks two men's heads together before slamming another into a locker with a heavy punch. You dodge punches, kneeing one man in the gut and ducking under another man's blow so that he slams into a metal locker with a crash. Dawes catches his breath and bears down on you from the right, huffing and limping as his injuries slow him down. It's gonna be a choice coming up, isn't it? Another man closes in from the left, moving fast. 2 against 1. I guess I'll go for the weakest link. I'll go for Dawes. Run for Dawes on the right, slamming a fist into his stomach as you barreled past. Ah, god damn it! Badly winded and reeling from the punch, he staggers against the wall, and you break free. Knew you'd go down easy. Heads up, John. You turn just in time to see Lena flip a man over her back, sending him crashing into the floor. Damn. She lands on top of several of his, or he lands on top of several of his buddies, who groan in pain as they crawl for the door. Who's next? This is just my warm-up. Jeez, these people are crazy. Let's get out of here. Dawes leads the way as he and his cronies rush for the door. Had enough already. Lena brushes at a blood stain on the Triton uniform, looking around at the wreckage in the locker room. Guess I was right about these Triton people. They really will stoop to any level. Hardly a match against you, though. We sent them running. Still, if you hadn't been here to split up their attention, I would have been stabbed. That's the downside to this uniform. It may look official, but it wears no protection against weapons. Get us an open locker nearby with some Triton gear spilling out of it. Maybe they just didn't give the new recruits the good stuff. Lena follows your gaze and grins at the sight of the Triton equipment. I think I see some body armor in there. I gotta try this on. Pulling the body armor on over the Triton uniform, Lena tests the fastenings and taps a fist against the chest piece. Sure feels solid. Wow, that is some nice gear. Hey, hit me with that bottle. I don't want to hit you with the bottle. You look where she's pointing and see an empty beer bottle on one of the nearby benches. What? I'm not gonna... Just do it. Well, alright then. Gripping the bottle, you hesitate, but Lena's steely gaze dares you to say no. You pull your arm back and swing the bottle at Lena with your full strength. It shatters against the armor, and Lena doesn't even flinch. This is some good stuff. What do you think, John? Let me guess, 30 diamonds? Ah, 16. You could just take it. You're taking everything else from these people. Why don't you just take it? I don't want to risk Triton finding out we stole from them. Besides, you're strong enough without it. Alright, it's your call. Lena takes off the body armor, carefully storing it back in the locker. Oh, screw that. Throw it on the floor. Who cares? Now, what do you say we get out of here? I think I've had enough of Triton for one day. I'm with you on that. Let me get back into the street clothes. You and Lena make your way through the streets of Monaco. The warmth of the sun is a shock after the dark, close air of the basement. Lena trusts you so far. I would hope so. I saved her life twice. You put up a good show in there, John. Good to know you can keep your head in a fight. Takes more than some Triton thugs to faze me. Lena, you really were amazing in there. You're the best fighter I've ever seen. It was nothing. Why do you do that? Deflect compliments. Lena shrugs. Made the mistake of letting someone get too close. Of believing his words without question. I'm not gonna do it again. Why did that happen with Ansel? Make you so callous? You're so sure of yourself, it seems like a breakup wouldn't faze you. Because it was more than just a breakup with Ansel. He did exactly what I hate the most. You mean he manipulated you, used you for his own purposes? Yeah. Tried to make me feel small, make me think I had to follow in his footsteps down a road I knew was wrong. Well, for what it's worth, I think you're worth 10 of him. You stay true to yourself and compromise to no one. Ansel couldn't be more beneath you. I thank you, John. Don't mention it. Just saying what I observed. With a visible effort, Lena hides her smile and puts on her stoic face again. I won't mention it, and neither should you. Wait, what? I gotta keep up appearances. Don't want the others to know I got all sentimental. Ah, my lips are sealed. Your phone buzzes, and you pull it out to see a text message from the unknown number. The Rooks have sent you an address. Lena, you should go on ahead. I have something I need to take care of before I go back to the safe house. Meet up with Edison's mayor on a secluded cliff top, high above the rest of the city. I hope I packed enough cinnamon rolls for everyone. It's not good to have these meetings on an empty stomach. I'm sure they'll appreciate the gesture. Yes, I'm sure they'll be all too impressed with you. The question is whether they've changed their tone when it comes to me. Well, only one way to find out. Well, if it isn't my favorite cons. Oh, and you brought one more this time. She smiles at Samira as she walks over to you, then casually takes a seat on the edge of the cliff, dangling her feet off the edge. Quick, shove her! Whisper, good to see you. Likewise. You know, I'm starting to grow attached to your little crew. I'll almost be sad when our business is finished. Let's round at the surrounding area, trying to see through the nearby trees. Where's the broker? Where I always am, looking over your shoulder. Whirl around to see the broker emerging from the shadows behind you, flanked by her 2 bodyguards as she walks out onto the cliff top. You always did love a good entrance. You know, it's polite to announce your presence. Edison, John, I see you brought yet another associate into the fold today. This is a member of my crew, nothing more, the best hacker you'll ever meet. Someone I'm sure you've heard of. You claim to know everything about me, so you must know who I have on my crew. Naturally, but I like to give the chance to introduce yourselves. I have the copy of Zilger's design right here. Samir steps forward and the broker raises an eyebrow. I don't believe my invitation included you. You want Blackbird to go pissed off? Do you really want this? But of course, I'll make an exception for you, Samira. It's been a while, Betsy. Ah, look at that. Betsy. Are those your famous cinnamon rolls I smell? You know they were always my favorite. You two know each other? Oh, our paths have crossed once or twice during my Blackbird days. Samira passes over the copy of Ulrich's plans. Thank you. The Rooks won't forget this. That's it. You promised to speak to the Rooks on my behalf. I told you we'd consider your expulsion if you reformed yourself. It's too soon yet to tell. But I haven't got my bloody forever, have I? Patience, Eddie. We'll be seeing you again. All good things to those who wait. Personally, I can't wait to see how it all plays out. Oh, aren't you coy? Oh, and Samira, do call me if Blackbird would like to collaborate with the Rooks. I could arrange a sitter for young Lulu. That's so kind of you, but as I told you before, my business, our business, will forever remain separate from my family. Do you understand? Of course. Anything for a friend. But leave some of those cinnamon rolls, would you? Keep the whole box. Where's my cinnamon roll, then, if she's keeping the whole goddamn box? The broker takes a large bite out of the cinnamon roll, then crosses her arms and watches in silence while you leave. Well, I guess that went as well as we could hope. I think that went quite well. Betsy hasn't changed a bit. You know, you could have mentioned before that you know the broker. I thought a chain of command might have changed by now. The Rooks see a fair amount of turnover. And I don't mean that they peacefully pass into retirement. It's dangerous work. Just then your cell phone rings and Harris's name flashes across the screen. Harris, what's up? Something's going down at the palace. Margaret's here. Ansel, too. You better get over here now. On our way. It seems longer than usual, I'm just saying. When you reach the palace, you quickly scan the crowd for Eris and find her with the rest of the crew near the back. Good, you made it. Looks like a speech is about to start. Eris nods towards the platform near the palace steps. You see Princess Margaret standing behind a microphone. There's Ansel standing behind her like a shadow. Why do I think this won't be good news? Look at Sonia, though. You follow her gaze, and sure enough, Sonia is glowering where she stands beside Ansel. I'm guessing Ansel had some choice words for her about the certain Richard Legrand. Hopefully that will push her farther away from him. I know she already had doubts. Your intel was good, Eris. Something definitely is going down. It wasn't my intel. It was his. Eris points to Rye, and he glances up from his phone screen to give you a curt nod. Oh. Alright, that's it. I need a word with you two. What? I've been a good boy. Leave me alone. Eris pulls you and Rye away from the others. You stay focused on Ansel and Princess Margaret. Things aren't right between the three of us. I'm sick of the elephant in the room. I had some time to think last night, and I realized you were right, Rye. We're more than a crew. We're a family. And families screw up. They fight, they stay together. But they stay together. Next time your mom's in trouble, just talk to us first, right? From now on, no more secrets. I can promise you that. Rye takes a hesitant step towards Eris, and she punches him in the arm hard. Ow, I thought you said you forgave me. I do. I just really wanted to do that first. While Rye ruefully rubs at his arm, Eris pulls him into a tight hug. She releases him and goes to join the rest of the crew. Well, guess that means they're gonna skip that. Okay. John, I know you said, you forgive me, but are you sure things are cool with us? Of course, Rye. I meant what I said. I should reassure him. I'm not giving you a hug. We got years of history together, Rye. You think I'd throw that away over something like this? Honestly, it'd be a relief to put this behind me. I've been carrying around this guilt for too long. After everything we've been through, it'll take more than this to change things between us. Rye smiles at you like a weight's been lifted off his shoulders. Partners in crime, then. Always. Margaret starts to speak, and you turn your attention back to her. Citizens of Monaco, thank you for your attention. As you can all know, my wedding is fast approaching. To ensure public safety during the royal event, all public roads will be closed going in and out of the city. The crowd breaks into an angry murmurs at the news until he turns to you. Oh, no, 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 no. This is bad. Ansel lifts a calming hand towards the crowd as Margaret gives him their place at the mic. As head of security for the royal wedding, I can assure you that we have the safety of Monaco in mind. The plan will safeguard against any unforeseen complications and keep out of any unwanted elements. We can always trust Ansel to make things more difficult. You don't understand, John. I planned every detail of our getaway route to the second. Escape isn't difficult now. It's impossible. It ain't impossible. I don't believe in the goddamn word. Shut up. Next time on Monaco, not furious, per se. It's simple. We get a helicopter, we fly out. It's not that hard. It's okay. Shh. You can fly a helicopter, Tilly, okay? So speaking of which, I hope y'all did enjoy. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. And without further ado, peek! Bye!